Hi everyone, well it's been quite a while hasn't it since I last done anything on the Rover, obviously with all the lockdown and everything, but today I'm finally back over here. I haven't really done much while I've been off. I've painted a couple of bits, so we've got the Dion elbows down there which all been cleaned up and painted. I think I'd already painted that bit and rebushed that last time anyway. I'm just trying to work out what I have and haven't done, because where I haven't been over here so long I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. But anyway, we've got a few bits. We've got a new old stock gator for the Dion tube, after, even though I had one which isn't a genuine one, and from what I've been told they're rubbish and it probably split within 6 months, so I purchased a new one of them. And we also had the rear brake calipers refurbished, not by me. We've got a few bits and pieces in here. Got the rear wheel bearings for when we get that far. We've got the crush tubes for the rear wheel bearings, new ones. There's the other brake caliper in there. But today we're going to fit these oil seals into this differential. We've also got the new O-rings which go behind these plates here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do today, is get that done and then give this a bit of a clean up and a paint up. Take this plate off. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to get a couple of new Jubilee clips because I haven't got any that big, except that one over there. But yeah, I'll have a look about. I might have something in it, but if not, we'll get that off, clean the alley up a bit, clean this up a bit, give it a coat of paint, new seals, new oil, then that'll be all ready to go in shortly ish. Right, yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. We may do something else as well, we'll see how it goes. Right, get the camera set up and then I'll start pulling that apart. Right, so the first thing I need to do is drain the oil out. We've got to dry on the back of the diff. We've got that square plug. So yeah, let's drain that out. Don't worry, I'm not going to film it all the way through running. I'm not going to lie, I already made sure this was going to undo. I have no idea how old this oil is or how much is in it. It looks pretty black. Yeah, we'll leave that to drain for a while. Try and level it up a little bit just so that we get as much out as we can. That should be alright. The front's tipped up anyway. I believe there's just about 1.3 litres in them, so it's not a lot. And then once we've got it all sorted, we've got some Castrol EP90 to fill it back up with. We've got 2 of these because I think these are only a litre, yeah. don't know if you can see, but yeah, it's like a litre can. So yeah, like I said, I'll leave that draining for a while, I'll turn the camera off and then I'll be back. Right, so that's pretty much stopped now. It's been draining for about an hour because while I was waiting for that, I've got up underneath and coated all the underside with the red oxide. So that can all be dry then by next week, when hopefully we can get some of that Raptor coating over it then, hopefully. And then once all the Raptors all been put on there and that's all dry, then we'll be able to start putting the rear suspension back in it. Anyway, I'm going to switch the camera off and then just let that drain out a little bit more while I have a coffee, and then I'm going to crack on and get these seals done. Right, so we got the bung back in there now. So what we need to do first is change these seals on the for the drive shaft flanges, is remove this cover plate. So I don't know if you can see, but there's cutouts in the flanges for the 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like there's only 4. So yeah, we're going to get a 1/2 inch socket, not 13mm, an 1/2 inch, and then we'll whip them out and then we'll show you what's inside. Aha! I lied, I thought that was 1/2 inch. It would appear they're 9/16. They're 1/2 inch. Right, get 9/16. That's better. I'm sure there are a few of you watching that already knew that that was wrong when I said 1/2 inch. Being honest, I've never done this before. How hard can it be? One. The second one out. Number 3. There's number 4. Right, I don't know how tight these are going to be. Looks like there's a couple of pegs on it, so it is moving. It's out, and there you have it. Right, but what we need to do now is we need to draw this bushing off and then press this through so that we can get to the seal, which is down inside of here. Right, I'm trying to see where the O-ring is that seals this up when it goes back together. Which I can't actually see at the minute. Maybe it's disintegrated. Never a little screwdriver or something about when you want one. Is that it? Oh, I see it. It looks like the O-ring that seals this up is just down inside of there, so we have to hook that out in a bit and give that a bit of a clean up. Right, I'm just going to grab some more tools and then we'll have a go at getting that off. I mean, they do say that you should change this every time you change the seal, but you can get away with it changing it at least once. I mean, obviously I don't know if it's ever been off, but I doubt it very much. Right, I'll go and grab my puller. Right, so I've got my puller set out. I've got it all set up in here. What we're hoping to do is to draw that bushing off of that shaft, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to try and find a bigger spanner or socket to go on here. Maybe hold it gently in the vise. Yeah, I think I'll hold it gently in the vise. Right, so as so often with the case with these things on old cars, it's not even ready because it's old, because it's been soaked in oil anyway because it's a diff. But I can't, with my puller's not man enough to pull that bushing off, and it won't fit in my press. So unfortunately I'm going to have to take them parts to work and press them out there in a large press. But hey ho, I'm still going to carry on and do the oil seal for the prop, where the prop goes, and then give it a bit of a clean up, and then once I've got these bits sorted, then I'll go back to them. Right, so I'm going to whip the other one of these off the other side. Then once I've done that, put them to one side, take them to work with me, sort them out, then I'll sort the other bit out. Right, so we're on the prop flange here now. Have a quick look, see what we got, and I need me adapter as well. What size is that then? 5'8", I think. Right, we'll get that off. Hopefully my gunner undo this. Or not. go. Stick my oil can under there just in case anything does run out of it, but it should just pop out now. Oh, and we dropped the washer in the oily bucket. Lovely. Alright, that's that off. See the oil seal in there, hopefully. We're going to hook that out, and once we've hooked that out, we can stick a nice new one in it. Suppose this is going to be a pain now as well. Let's get something a bit better. I think this one's got like a metal frame on it, so it might be a bit awkward. There we go. So that's seal out. I don't know if it's leaking or not. It does look a bit oily though, so I think we can assume it's that one, as the other two are the same. So yeah, what sort of socket's that? Looks like that one's a bit too big. Go and see if we can find a socket that tap in it. We'll put a bit of oil on it as well. Hopefully that one will do it. See, even that one's a bit tight. Need something slightly smaller. I suppose I could use the old seal and then tap that. Yeah, that's what we do. We use a bit of the old seal as well, I think. I'm just going to get a little bit of the new oil and just give it a little white brand on there. Just so we don't tear it when it goes in, hopefully. Bugger, drop that in there now as well. Lovely. Right, feels like it's right in there now. It's that. And then pop the flange back on. That's it, that's that one done. Well, do the bolt back up and that's it. Right, I'll go and find the torque setting for that and then I'll be back. Right, so the flange is all buttoned up now. I just took this plate off of the top, which is quite surprising. One of them clips actually come undone quite well. The other one was starting to. But we'll replace them anyway. I don't really know actually what this is for. It sits on top of the diff casing. Maybe someone knows. If you know, then like write a comment down below and let me know. I could probably read about it, look it up and read about it, but if someone knows, then happy days. Right, I'm not going to film me cleaning it all up. I've still got to remove that the other one of these, which, you know, I'm in no doubt that I won't be able to get that bushing off of that one either. So I'm not too worried about that at the minute. Like I said, we've got that seal change in there now, so at least that's that done. So I'm going to clean all this alley up a bit now. And then I should clean the diff casing up and then we'll give it a lick of paint just to tidy it all up a bit. Right, so I'll pop the other side out now. So they're both down there somewhere waiting to go to work with me to get pressed off. It's unfortunate I can't get them seals in there today because it means I can't top out of oil obviously, but it doesn't matter. We can give it a coat of paint. A couple of bits up there to paint as well. I'm not going to film me painting it because it's not very exciting, but I will show you what it looks like afterwards, and then we'll try and find something else to do. There's plenty to do, I'll just try and decide what. Well, so we've got this all cleaned up a bit now and lick of paint over it. It's not going to be absolutely immaculate, but you know, it'll be grease free. Nice coat of paint on it. The other couple of little brackets for it up here, look, and the piece that I'm not sure what exactly it does, but we'll get a couple of new Jubilee clips to go on that. Right, so them two are down there waiting to go now. I might just get new bushings and bearings and cut them off. Don't know, I'm not sure what's best to do. Anyway, I think putting them back together would be okay. It's just I can't get them in the press to press them off. But what I've started doing now is I've started having a look at the Dion tube. As you can see, I'm guessing that this gate is probably a non-genuine one. I mean, look at the state of that. I've just cleaned this piece up, pulled that out, cleaned that up. So now cut that old gator off, give that a clean up, give that a coat of paint, probably put it back together again next week. Just getting it all ready really to put when I put the axle back in. I'm not going to build all the axle up on the floor and then put it in. I'm going to put it in bit by bit. I think it'd be easier to put it in bit by bit because of the weight of it. But yeah, I'm getting there. I'm back over at the bench now with the Didion tube. It's always a mouthful to say that. So I've just given it a wire brush up with the wire brush in the grinder. Give this a lick of paint. Obviously this bit slides inside of the other piece, so I'll only be painting this flange down here. I'll give this a coat, and then once that's dry I'm going to stick that all, put that back together next week. I've got new seals to go in it as well. There don't seem to be much play in it or anything. We got the genuine gator to go on it as well, but I shall only put that on loose anyway, because it's gonna, because I don't want it to twist when it's fitted in the car. We'll tighten it up once it's all back in the car and it's got the weight on it. But yeah, what we'll do, we give that a coat of paint, and yeah, that's about it really. Right, that's them sorted. Lick of paint on them. They're nice and tidy now. Yes, I suppose they could have gone away and been, what do you call it, powder coated and all whatever, but I really don't think powder coating's that great anyway. Just chips. Chips too easy. But I'm sure other people disagree, but I know it looks nice, but and it's more expensive as well. But yeah, I'm more than happy with that. You know what I mean? Half an hour's work. Give it out a wire brush, lick of paint, done. I mean, how long it stay on there, I don't know, but yeah, it's all good. As I say, I've got new seals and everything to go in that anyway, but that's really going to be when I'm starting to put all the rear suspension in. But obviously you put engine oil in these anyway. Not a lot, I don't think, from what I remember. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, it's all good. Right, let's see if there's something else on clean up quick and paint, because the time's getting on, but it's not getting on that much, so I might be able to do something else, just to get something else out of the way. Right, let's have a look. Right, so I found a couple more bits just to paint up quick before I go home. We got the diff mount carrier, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, and the, I don't know, what do you call that, anti-tramp bar? I'm going to call it an anti-tramp bar. You can write in the comments if I'm wrong. And just a couple of bushes which go in there as well. They're all cleaned up. We've got new bushes somewhere here as well for the anti-tramp bar. Yeah, there we go. So there for this. I'm not going to put them in now because we're going to give that a coat of paint. And then, apart from those, the only thing that is left to rebush and sort out is the bottom arms, which my mate's coming round next week, so we can have a look in the other garage at the old axle that's in there, and hopefully the bottom arm's okay. I'm sure it is. I've been meaning to look for months, but obviously, well, I haven't been around here since before Christmas, so, you know, with all what's happening. But yeah, hopefully a bit more normality now, and we can get cracking on this and get it done. But right, yeah. Oh yeah, and I've just ordered 2 of them bushings and 2 new bearings. Because I mean, it's daft really leaving the old bearings in anyway. So I'm going to try and press them out at work, but if I can't, then I'm just going to cut the old bushings off and press some new ones on. That's the plan. So if I can do that, then that'll be able to go back. The diff will be able to all go back together next week. And then with this being painted now, I'll be able to bolt that back on there. Yeah, and then once the bottom of the car's coated, yeah, it'll be ready to go in then. Yeah, it's all good. I've got a plan. Once again though, not going to paint, not going to show me painting. It's only a bit of slapdash painting anyway, but it'll keep the rust at bay. Because to be honest, this thing looked absolutely awful, but I've wire brushed it up and it's not as bad as what I thought it was. It's just surface rust. I mean, it can't be that bad. You can still read the number on it, like. Whatever they mean. Means nothing to me. Obviously something to do with the factory. Right, cool, let's get that painted. Right, so that's me pretty much done now. Just going to tidy my tools up and then shoot off home. Yeah, I didn't get done exactly what I wanted today, but I have achieved a couple of other bits as well. At least we've got all of these bits and pieces painted now. So it all helps the cause. And hopefully get that diff back together next week. And what else I'll do? Oh yeah, I did just burn the rubbers out on them bits. But I need to hold in the vise to cut through the bushes a bit. So hopefully we'll get the arm for the other side off my mate next week, and then we can crack on with that. We also need to fit some rear wheel bearings in these. But I know they're a bit of a pain. But I will strip them down soon and get them all cleaned up. But I won't change the wheel bearings until it's all ready to go back in the car. But yeah, anyway, it's all good. It's good to be back over here and getting on with it, and yeah, just like and subscribe if you like it, and I'll see you next time. Right, see ya.